Yeah, can anyone tell me what we have learned in the studies class? Hello? Hello? Am I audible to everybody? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
it is
sir.
audible.
Yes, yeah. Can anyone tell what we have learned in the previous class? Yesterday, I mean to say, yesterday class one.
About operations, we have read
Wonderful. What else?
the,
Operations in that what we learned?
in that scope of operation management, O- POM,
Hmm.
and production process.
Okay. Okay, very good. Thank you. At least you're able to tell few things. Mm. Okay, today we are going to learn about a few other things. One is like we'll start with how to handle the materials and materials management. And after that, we are going to learn about the plant location. And next one is the capacity planning, work and job design, or work study, or the method study. Okay, just we'll have an overview of all these things. And these are all, in the production management, all these things are bit known things only. When I'm telling known things means, those are all, we are already going through those things. Those things are already known to us. And these known things only, we are trying to revise the thing. And another thing is that here in this topic, what we are going to study now is like the location and plant location, and how to choose the plant location. What are the factors that will influence the location, plant location? When we are taking any location, what are the factors that will? So I will share the screen. Just give me 1 minute. Is this? And the types of layouts is one of the things that we are going to study. And the capacity planning also we are going to learn today. And we are going to learn about the capacity planning, factory location, and plant layout, and few other things. Okay, let's go into that. Right. We will start with what is the good one. Let's go with the plant location. Okay, plant location. I'm just what happened? 1 second. Just give me why it is not able to do that. Is my screen visible now?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Right. We'll try to study what is plant management and the work study in this. Let's go with the capacity planning here. See, whenever we are, want to start a company or want to factory or a plant, we'll try to look at the capacity. In what way, based on different factors, we'll plan about our capacity, right? If you want to start a plant or a factory, we need to understand about the certain task. What is your product? What is your project? And how many movements will be there? And in what are the most areas of the life? And based on that, what we have, based on that, we'll plan our capacity, right? Unless we think about our capacity, unless we know what kind of capacity it's in terms of the money, in terms of the area, in terms of the plant area, in terms of based on the product, and each and everything we will consider, and then only we will go for the capacity planning. Okay, let's go into that. What is capacity planning here? It is process involves determining how much production capacity is required to meet the changing demand for products. So let us say my product has full demand in the market. When I think about it has full demand in the market, I need to think about, okay, what is my demand there in the market? For per day, how many products are required for it? And based on that, how many products are required? Based on that, I will go with my plant. I will go with my planning, right? If I require some 1,000 products per day, I require some 10,000 products per day. If it is 1 lakh per day, based on that, I will design my planning or I will design my plant. You need to understand that. Now, design capacity refers to an organization's maximum capacity to accomplish work over a given period of time in capacity planning. This is the thing. In how many minutes? Let us say my demand is 1 lakh products. Let us say if you go to the Coca-Cola and factory and this, the demand will keep on changing based on the season. If you take the beverages product, if you take consumer product, there are some products from all the time the demand will be the same based on the type of the product, right? And based on that, you will plan for your overall plant or you will plan for that. Now, the capacity planning process is used by the organizations to determine their production capacity in order to meet the changing needs of their products. Of course, how many products they need to produce. And design capacity is an organization maximum ability to complete a specified amount of work in a given period of time in the context of capacity planning. So this is the thing. I have 1,000 products demand in the market, but how many machines I have, how many people I have, right? And how much, the technologies which I have, and per day, how many I can produce. If you go to the Coca-Cola factory, I'm using the same because we recently visited the Coca-Cola factory that they will tell, sir, in 1 hour, our capacity of this plant is that it can produce these many thousands of thumbs up bottles, 200 ml bottle, or else like they have different variants, 1.5 liters or 2 liters, etc. They will tell this is our plant capacity. Per day, it can produce all variants together. Okay, all variants together, some thousands of products. That's what they were telling. Now, when I'm telling about this, the capacity, the maximum capacity that any organization can produce, I mean to say any plant or factory can produce is called the capacity planning. You will plan in such a way that this is my need and these many products I need to produce. Based on that, my capacity I will plan, right? It is also another thing. Say, if you have a big land and you have a lot of things, but do you have the proper resources at the point of time? Will you get the same resources? Will you get the same raw material? Whatever we have seen yesterday, all the 4 M's are the input things. Will you get it? Is the another question, right? The resources availability to satisfy the customer demand or project capacity needs. Now, let's go to the another thing. Now, Here, there are some different strategies will be there. Try to understand this. These are, I'll tell you in a very simple way. There are three types of capacity planning strategies. One is lag strategy. It is having sufficient resources to fulfill the demand rather than planned demand estimations. This is the thing. It is not like how much resources you have. And when you have the sufficient resources to fulfill the demand, rather than the estimations that we called as a lag method or the lag strategy. It is advantageous for small firms with limited capacity requirements. When they have, it is not like there is some thousands of demand is there, but you can't produce because there is a limited the resources. You have a small firm, right? And this, rather than the planned estimations, whatever the resources they can produce, that is called the lag strategy. Now let's go to the second thing. This is called the lead strategy. It is beneficial since your extra capacity can accommodate the rising demand. See, before one, the lag strategy, how much you can produce, you will produce. But lead strategy, if sudden demand is increased, and you will also produce that extra demand, or you can also produce the extra needed demand if the demand is increased at the point of time. That is called the lead strategy. Let's go to the third one. It is a match strategy. What is this? It combines both the lead and lag capacity approaches, and project managers must monitor actual demand, demand planning estimates, and market developments to modify these capacities. Okay, and based on the market demand and based on the what is the actual demand, sometimes fluctuate, sometimes you need to come down. Suddenly you have planned like 2,000 products today. For generally everybody, they will plan for 1 week or 1 month before all that, but suddenly the demand came down. It went down. When the demand went down, immediately the plant also should able to downwards or down the total capacity what they're producing every day. And by looking at this demand fluctuations, if they're doing that, then we call it as a match strategy based on the need that they will go. That is why we will combine this, the previous strategy. What is the previous one? The lag strategy and the lead strategy. Now, what are the advantages? The main advantages of the planning your overall capacity is that first thing is that you are going to minimize the resource cost. This is the thing. Yes or no? How it will affect? Can anyone tell? How it will minimize the resources costs or the raw material costs? If you plan properly about your capacity before only, how it will minimize these costs? Hello, are you all there? Hello. Excuse me, Dr. Sriman Narayana, Nusha. Anyone is there? No one is responding.
There's sir.
Yeah, yes, Shantu. Tell me how it will minimize the resource costs. Okay, right. I'll just tell 1 or 2 points, then I ask. Right.
Okay, sir.
Okay, see, one thing is that if you planned your capacity or the capacity planning, if you do it before itself, it will minimize the resource cost. That means like the resources that you're using in that, you planned before, definitely reduce. How? You no need to buy. If you have a demand today, you have resources, you require this. And if you buy today, the cost will be different. And you know that after 1 month that you are going to produce this, or after 1 year you want to manufacture these products. If you buy it before only, whenever the cost is down, definitely the cost will be down. And immediately if you want, then the cost will high. If you plan it before and keep it ready for the future production process, it will be down. Now, ensures availability for new projects. That is also something. If any new products that you want to start, it will give that. And production cycles also you can think of. You can make 2 or 3 cycles, 4 cycles, 5 cycles. And even the skill inventory also you can keep it ready. And you can monitor the cost during the recession and economic growth as well, how it is fluctuating, how the cost is fluctuating, that you can monitor. Now, what is the types of capacity? First one is the potential capacity, that is called long-term for strategic decision making. Potential capacity for long term, for future. If you are continuing the same capacity, if you are continuing to produce the same products for a long time, then we call it as a potential capacity. Second one is the immediate capacity, short term maximum potential capacity. That is the another one. Whenever you require, you will go with that. All right. Immediate capacity. Third one is the effective capacity. This is called the actually achievable capacity. Right? Actually, how many products that you can produce, or how much is your capacity, that we call it as an effective capacity. This, in another term, this is what actually you can achieve at point of moment. Right? What are the factors that will influence your capacity planning? So one thing is that you have something in your plan, or in your in your backup, you have some plan that I can produce these many products per day and this. But after that also there will be some of the factors which will be affecting it. Right? It means the plan is there. You have some plan in your mind, but this plan will be affected by few things. What are those things? First is that demand forecast. Demand forecast based on PLC. What is PLC? Product life cycle. We don't know how the product will be in the demand continuously for a long time. Today, when my new product is introduced in the market, if it is a unique product and if it is a required product, definitely there will be more demand. Then it will be less. But sometimes in the newly introduced product, few products market will be very slow to understand the product and to reach out to the more people, and so etc. For these things, definitely it will affect it. And if it is after introduction, it will grow it. When it is growing, sometimes the demand for the product will go increase. And when it is going to the maturity level, the demand will be more high. Right? See, this is the thing. We don't know how long our product will be in the introduction stage, how long our product will be in the growing stage. We don't know how long our product will be in the maturity stage where full demand will be there. And after maturity, what is the last stage in PLC? Product life cycle. Can anyone tell what are the 4 PLC, product life cycle? Hello. Excuse me. Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah. What are the fourth stage in PLC? What is the 4th stage? Product life cycle. You heard about this PLC?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is the 4th stage?
First, I think price, quality.
No, ma. Product life cycle. There is a cycle, no? How long the product will be there in the market? Life cycle, the graph.
Okay.
Okay, right. That's fine. I'll tell you that also later.
Okay,
We'll
sir.
have that. We need to think about it also. PLC means product life cycle, and there will be introduction stage, first stage. Second one, it is the growth stage. It will be grow slowly. I'll show the graph and tell you. And the third one is the maturity stage, and fourth one is the decline stage. Or some people will use also saturation stage also. That is called 4 steps will be there in PLC. Whatever, the demand forecast will be fluctuated in this cycle. Now, second one, labor efficiency. See, our efficiency of the labor will not be the same for longer time. If the labor is not available, then definitely we need to slow down our production process. Next one is the plant efficiency. See, we cannot assume or we cannot tell that the machines what we have now will work for continuously in the same way continuously. And there will be breakdowns, there will be some repairs, there will be some replacement, maintenance. During maintenance, we need to hold on the total production process. A lot of things will be there, and this will affect it. Next one is the multiplicity of the shifts, right? If we have a small plant and we want continuous production, there will be some people who will working in the day shift, morning shift. Some people will work in the evening shift, and this shifts also that will also do that. Next, subcontracting or outsourcing. Right. See, if there are few steps which we have given to the others, few things, some raw materials or some process in our total production process, if they are late, and if our production process linked to the others, and definitely it will affect the capacity planning. Okay, these are the factors which will influence the capacity planning. Actually, what is the process of capacity planning? First one, accessing current production capacity. Second one, determining future requirements. Okay, now first assess what is your capacity that you have based on 4 P's. What are the things you have, and what are the 4 M's or not 4 P's. 4 M's, how many machineries you have, how much man resources you have, how much raw material you have, how much money you have, based on that. And after that, you need to determine the future requirements. Okay, the future requirements that you need to think of here. And after that, meeting current and future, planning for anticipated growth, the third step, right? If it is growing, our plant will not be, all product demand should not be in the same way for a particular time. It will grow. Fourth one is the meeting current and future demand. This is also another thing. And fifth one, reviewing and adjusting plans as needed. And of course, last one, you need to celebrate the success. When you meet the demand of the customer, say, this is all why we are planning. What we are doing here is that ultimately to make the customer happy. Once the customer happy, our business will grow. And once the business grows, of course, that is the time where you can celebrate your success, right? This is about the capacity planning. Let me go to the another topic quickly. This is also very important topic. After you're not sharing the screen, I stopped sharing. Factors influencing the plant layout. Before going to that, what is plant layout or the plant? This is important because in your block 2, this is there or the plant layout. Please try to understand. Are you all there? Everybody is listening, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Right. This is important and easy topic to understand. Easy means in the sense, if you concentrate on the slides, I'll show you a few images. Just keep those images in your mind, and definitely it will helpful for you to understand very clearly. Now, plant layout. What is this layout? So if you see this image, you can understand that. And now see the definition here. See the image and the definition. While I'm reading, see this image. The arrangement of physical facilities such as machinery. See these machineries, equipments, and the furnitures, whatever the things you use in a factory. Say plant and factory, both are same. Okay, we are using a Polish word called the plant here. Machinery, equipment, furniture within a factory building, like this in such a manner so as to have quickest flow of material at the lower cost. This is very important. When I am doing my project work, I already told you in the yesterday's introduction, I did my project work during my MBA. I'm telling about 2011-12 when I'm doing my MBA. At that time, I went there, that Coromandel Fertilizers Company. One process, it is all DNA, the fertilizers means the DNA, DP, which is used in the fields where the farmers use. It's a big factor and it's a good company also, right? When the material, some material they're making, those are the fertilizers names, some DNA or something they use, not DNA, kind of DPA. There are different words that they'll make. Some the fields what they will use to used in the lands, in the fertilizers, farmers will use kind of things. When the material is being made, it has to be cooled actually. And the material building itself, the manufacturing of the machinery building itself in like 10 floors height, that much height the machinery is. And after that, the material will come out. And it is very hot material. And to make that the material cool, there are the pipes, almost like some 300-400 meters, almost like not even kind of half kilometer, quarter kilometer. Long, big pipes are there. And when the material is flowing from that through the pipes, from that place to the bagging unit, where they will, bagging unit means where they will pack the things. By the time it reaches, it will get cool. It will, even those pipes also like the cool pipes, it will cool the material. From there to there, it will travel. After that, immediately the material will, I think you can refer a lot of material, there's a lot of videos in there. Where like kind of, if you see the rice factories also, you can understand. Exactly 25 kgs, it will come. If they press the button, the material will come. There is a person who is holding the bag. You will on the switch, exactly 25 kgs. The material will fill that cover. And once the cover is filled, it will go to the next step. And another person will hold that material. There is a machine, automatically it will switch it and stitch it. Kind of stitching means with the threads it will stitches. And it's not stopped yet. And there is another machinery, it will come. It will hold 10 to 15 bags in that particular van or kind of some vehicle is there. It will take and it will keep directly in the train. The train will come directly into the bagging plant. You understood what I'm trying to say? When the processes, because the layout is designed in such a way that the flow of material is coming from a certain place till the final destination, till it load the van or jeep or whatever, it may be the train, it may be a lorry, or it may be some goods vehicle which is carrying, definitely the cost will be low. If it is not designed in a proper way, if more people are involved, if more machines are involved, if it is too far from one process to the another process, definitely the cost, the final cost of the material handling will be high and the shipment will be very high. You got it what I'm trying to say here? The arrangement of one line, the facilities, machineries, equipments, and the furniture in the plant within the factory building, in order to have the quickest flow of the material at the lowest cost with the least amount of handling. Handling means taking the material. If the men handling the material, you need to pay the amount to the men. If a machine handling the material, you need to pay to the machine as well as the man, but the machine can handle the material. Many cases it can handle. Processing the product from the receipt of material to the shipment of the finished product. Okay, this is the once we understand the definition, we can go a bit fast from this. Someone said, and this man said, what is JL Jundi? He said, plant layout ideally involves allocation of space, arrangements of equipments. See this? Factory building, kitchen, cooler dryers and power station, working dynamician, here the underground water pool, workers rest place, car parking, entrance, warehouse, store, factory buildings. A lot of in such a manner that overall operating costs are minimized. Can anyone tell what is working capital management means? What comes under the working capital? Hello?
Assets and liabilities comes under working capital.
Is it? Can you tell in a normal words? Like I'm illiterate. If you are telling to illiterate, how you will tell working capital management? Or what is working capital? Simple words. Okay, right. See, in a simple sense, working capital means. 1 second. Now, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Working capital means the day-to-day expenses, something. The amount which required for the day-to-day expenses, we call it as working capital. Even this operating cost, all these costs also included in the working capital management. If this cost is more, if it is increased, then it will affect the final cost of the particular product that we need to understand. Now, this is important. What are the factors influencing the plant layout? I have a plant layout, how the machines and everything's are arranged. What are the factors again it will influence it? First one is the nature of the product. What type of product you are producing? If it is if you are producing or if you're manufacturing big machineries or loco pilots, the engines of the trains, that plant will be different. Or if you're manufacturing cars, that plant will be different, right? If you're manufacturing small materials like mobiles or laptops or the mouse, whatever, you see, because this is the one. How the layout will be changed means based on the type of the product, nature of the product. Second thing is the volume of production. How many products that you will produce? How many volumes of products that you will produce? Volume means number of products that you will produce. Managerial policies also. Every management have different policies, and based on their policies also, the layout will be designs. Methods of production. What kind of production methods that you will choose for it is the another important thing. Unless you know what kind of methods that you are choosing, that will be changed. Now, types of machinery required and used. If there's big machine, as I told you in the fertilizers company which I have, and again the layout will change. To small machinery, the layout will be changed. Anybody visited any manufacturing company? I don't want to ask, but no one is responding. I don't know why. Today people are dull. Students are not active as yesterday. Okay. But can I interact or shall I go in one way? Because people are not speaking today. I don't know why. Are you
No,
all
sir, you
taking
can
rest?
interact, sir.
Yeah, you can interact, right? Yeah. Anybody saw any manufacturing units nearby? Any production units?
No, sir.
Okay, that's the thing. Okay, maybe at the end of the class, I will show you the Coca-Cola factory. Maybe you can see Coca-Cola factory videos in the YouTube also. Just I will show how the layout and how the process will change. Let's try this. Now, types of machinery required series. Another one is the climate also, right? Climate also matters a lot. And of course, the availability of the workforce also, how availability be there. Based on that, also the layout will be the change. Another thing, characteristics of the building, how your building should be. Availability of electricity and power, right? Availability of the water, provisions of transportation. So it is all about where your plant should be located also, the factory location also. Factory location, based on this also, this will, it is also factory influencing the factory location. This is about the factory locations, right? Where your factory should be based on this. based on the availability of the water. Where more water resources are there, you will try to keep your plant there. If more transportation are there, you'll try to keep your plant there, right? And it should be near to the marketplace as well, right? Once the product is released, produced, and to take that product to the market, generally you'll try to see the nearby place. Next one, simple and accessible government. The procedure. There are some areas where the procedure will be so fast, and if you go to the cities, they won't allow you to keep the factories, of course. If you see any manufacturing or any product, you will see in the outskirts of the city, right? At the far away from the cities, those things will be constructed because of different reasons. One of the major thing is that should not disturb the public, and major thing is that the resources, the waste also. Now, the types of layout, this is very important thing. Are you all here? Yes, again, I'm asking. Few people are.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Santa. Now, this is important topic. What are the types of plant layout? Types of plant layout. The first one is product layout. Second one is process layout. Third one is fixed layout. Fourth one is the combination layout. Okay, let us see one by one what is this layout all about. Now, product layout. Listen to this. The product layout is the layout where machines and equipments are arranged in one line depending upon the sequence of operations required for the product. Listen to this carefully. Product layout, if these workstations or if these machineries are in one line, in single line, straight line, one after the other, right? One line, depending upon the sequence of operations. Workstation 1, workstation 2, workstation 2. Then we call it as a product layout. Remember that. And all these things will be in one line, a line layout, right? And the material moves to the another machine sequentially, without any backtracking or deviation. That is, the output of the one machine becomes the input of the next machine, right? From the first machine, workstation 1, let us say one process is completed. Let us say some cutting or something. And after that, what will happen? That output will go to the another machine, right? It will go to the another machine. After that, from the cutting, it will go for the segregation. From that, again, polishing, and then giving the final touch. I'm just giving examples. Whatever the process, 1, 2, 3, 4. After finishing the first task, the output of that product will go to the another machine as an input to that. And that input of the second task will go to the other machine as a third. Like this, it will go on. Right? Now, it requires a little material handling. You don't need to carry the material from long places. It is used for the mass production or standardized product. This point is important. The first point is that if the machines are arranged in a line, one line, if the output of the one machine is becoming the input to the another machine, that is one thing. And the fourth one is if it is producing long production process, if the mass production, if more products that you are producing, and the standardized products. Standardized, what is the opposite to the standardized product? Hello? What is the opposite to the standardized products?
Substandard product.
Good try. Any other try? Yeah, standard products are the regular products, in other words. Another one is the customized products, right? Based on the customer need, it will say. Let us say regular products, some regular colors, standardized things. If some changes that you want to do it for that, let us say laptop is there. This model, i3 processor, Intel Core, let us say Lenovo 123 model, right? One kind of features will be there, one kind of specification will be that they will produce some thousands of products, same product. If anybody want to buy that, you will buy it, that's it. If your need is meeting to this requirement, that you will buy it. No, sir, I want to do some high-end software thing. I want to run big softwares in that. Then you change it. I want this specification. I want this RAM. I want this internal memory. I want this speed. I want Intel-Core i7. You will tell your specification based on that. If they're doing, see, if it is not a regular product, that is called a customized product. If you are producing the same product, a regular product, which will match the most of your customer needs, that we call as a standardized products, where people will produce the standard process in the product layout. Okay, you understood? Is it clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Now let's go to the another type of layout. Again, I'm telling product layout means if all the machines are arranged in one line, it is product layout. And if mass production, more production is happening, it will run in the production. See this? Can anyone tell what is this example? What is happening? Can anyone tell what is the final product of this video?
Furniture.
Good guess. Any other things? Of course, if you see these four things, you may think it is about the furniture. What else? What is happening? Can anyone tell what is happening? Come on, don't waste the time. We have very less time. Yeah. Okay, someone is cutting the trees, right? And it is transported to a factory on the trucks. These trunks are transported, and again it is unloaded in one day. The next step. Now, can anyone tell what is the final form?
Paper making.
Very good. Paper making. See, now if you go back here, this is cutting. And again, they're handling this by equipments. They are loading it and they're unloading it. And after unloading, they are making these woods or these trunks, and they're keeping it in one boiler for the wood chips. They're making that wood into the small chips. And from that, the wood pulp is going into the another step, different starch and different agents, a lot of things. What are the things? Other things are required. They're mixing it. And finally, the paper is coming. And now, is it not a best example for product layout? What is happening? The input of the previous process is output of the previous process is the input for the next process. Okay, right. Let's go into the another thing. Process layout. This is another. What is the first one? Hello. I want some responses, please. What is the first type of layout? This is important question and important topic. Hello. What is the first type of layout?
Production layout, sir.
Sorry, product layout. Okay, product layout. Second one is the process layout. Okay, right. Process layout is also similar to the previous one, but it is also placed in one place. Under this arrangement, each department or section is responsible for carrying out a particular process and not a particular product. Let us say one part of that material will be done by one A department. Another part will be done by the B department. Another part will be done at the C department, D, E, F. And when all these departments done their part, all the products will gather in one department and final product will come there. You got it? But all the process, if it is done in the same building, one after the another, continuously, then that is called a product layout. If the same steps are happening in different departments on different areas, and we call it as a what? Process layout, right? Functional or analytical layout. This is used for the batch production. Remember that first one is continuous production, standardized product, we will use the product layout. And if you are producing in a batch, let us say white color laptops, I'm just giving example, one batch, black color pens in one batch, red color pens, because here the items are changing, right? And when it is happening, it has to come from a different department. So I'm giving example. Now see, it is preferred when the product is not standardized. What is not standardized means when it is customized, quantity produced is very small. If less quantity of the products, if they're producing, if it is small, then call it as a process layout. Now, if both the layouts are combined, process and product layouts, we call it as a combined layout. Okay. And if they want continuous, sometimes continuous, and they want sometimes standardized, what is that? Batch in different way, then we'll go to. Now, another one is called the fixed layout, and it involves the movement of manpower and machine to the product which remains stationary. These things you always cannot move because you will use big materials there. If you move that, it will be very costly. Right. And this type of layout preferred where the size of the job is bulky and heavy. And you are producing more things like car also, maybe you can call it as a fixed layout. Even aeroplanes, helicopters making, those are all huge, the products. Then it will be like, for example, here already given locomotives, ships, boilers, generators, wagon, and means big buildings. Aircraft manufacturing will comes under the fixed layout. Okay, this is the thing, aircraft assembly. Right. Now, what are the factors influencing the plant layout? Already we have seen this. Now, factors influencing the location also. Already we have seen that proximity to the market, supply of raw material, transport facilities, infrastructure availability, labor and wages, land transaction, suitability and land and climate, services, social infrastructure, and etc. Okay, this is about the types of these things. Is it clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there is one small topic that I will try to finish quickly. Okay, is the screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this just I'll take some 5-10 minutes, already time crossing, but just please listen. This is also a very important thing. Work study. Work study. What is this work study? Again, before going to that, work study means studying the work thoroughly. Again, sir, why I need to study, sir? If you ask that question, unless you study, you may not understand what are the things that you need to do there, right? Unless you measure the work, how much time it will take, how much energy it will take, how many days it will take, then it is very difficult. Let us say I called Santu to work some work. Santu, please come and do the work. Will she come directly? Okay, sir, I will do. What is the question that she will ask? Sir, what work I need to do? How I need to do? What is the process of doing the work? So, a lot of questions will ask. Then, based on that, she will ask me the question like, sir, how much you will pay? How I will pay? How I will fix the pay? Based on the type of work, because that is why I call it as the job profile. What is your job profile? I need to do this, that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because your profile is high, the job description or something about the job is high, I am paying you high. Right? It will helpful in many ways. Let's see this. It deals with what? Work methods. What type of methods that you will use to complete. Second one, it is also deals with the equipments used in performing a job. what type of equipments that you are using to use it. That is the thing. Unless you don't know the work, you may not understand what kind of equipments that you will be using. Third thing, standardize better methods. If that method is good, going on well, and you will standardize it. And efficient way of utilizing the available resources. Unless if you have a good clarity on that, definitely you will use it in a proper way. Now, this work study is divided into two things. One is method study. The second one is work measurement. This is important, no? Just remember, this work study is divided into two things. One is what? Method study and work measurement.
Work measurement.
Yes. Here, what type of method that you will use is the thing. Let me go to the another study. And here itself, you need to understand work study is what type of method that you are using. You need to study that particular method and you need to measure the work. And you are measuring the work. There are two things. How much time it is taking, that is called the time study. How many movements or how much the motion, how many movements it is taking, or how many steps you are taking in that particular thing. It is called the motion study. The simple way I'm telling, I'll go into the details next slide. Right? You will understand the movements. You will understand the time. That is measuring the work. Here it is measuring what kind of method that you're taking. Let's go into that. Now, see, this method study is examining a job and finding more efficient methods to perform him. Here, time study, times required to perform a job and its elements. In that, it is required higher productivity or improved planning that you need to go into that. What is the objectives? Just quickly, I will go through this. I'll read this main point. Present work method system to analyze whether these methods, what I am using now, if I'm using high technical methods, if I'm using some advanced methods, or if I'm using systematic, what are the methods that I'm using, whether you need to develop a better and improved work method or not, I will analyze it. Second thing, to measure the content and time required. Right? Unless if you won't understand this, sir, how much time you will produce these 100 products? Sir, we don't know, sir, until we complete. No, you cannot tell that. For one product, it is taking 2 minutes, 30 seconds, sir. You should tell like that. For this method, it is taking 2 minutes, sir. For this method, it is taking 3 minutes. You should be able to tell that. Then only you can also estimate capacity. Sir, what is the capacity of your plant? I don't know. You cannot tell that. Immediately should be able to tell this plant capacity is per day, some 70,000 products I can produce. How I am telling? How many hours you are taking, sir, per day means people will work for 9 hours, 10 hours. In 9 to 10 hours or 12 hours, these many products we can produce. How we are getting it? Because of the work study. Now, to make best use of human resource, best use of human resources, machines, material resources to increase the productivity, right? Definitely, I need to use my men, the machines, and the material, and to improve operational efficiency also, that will do that. Okay. Now, quickly, I'll just go to what is method study. It is carrying out in the method which I use to carry out the activities leading to effective uses of all factors of the production. Now, what are the objectives? To improve the manufacturing process and the methods, to improve the working conditions, improve the plant layout and work layout, reducing the human effort and the fatigue, reduce the health hazards, material handling reduction, plant and equipment design, I can use it, improvement of utility of the materials and all 4 M's, and ensuring the safety of this. That is why I need to study this. What are the different techniques we have in the methods? Operation process chart, outline process chart, flow process chart, and all these methods we have in order to study the things. Now, work measurement. This is the process of method study. Define, record, examine, again develop, implement, and manage. Now, measurement, as I told you, 2 things. I'm not going to study each and everything, but try to do this. Amma, are you all here?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Please try to understand. In measuring, as I told you, time and motion, it is determined the time taken by the qualified worker in completing a standardized activity that was improved after method study. In other words, in determining the effective time in completing an activity after eliminating wasteful time. Now, therefore, it is known as the time and motion study. Through the motion study precedes. Okay, work measurement or time and motion study. Now, if you understand these two definitions, you will clear. What is motions? The manner in which the worker performs the activities. See this. The activities which are involved in the work, right? And thereby identifying and eliminating the wasteful movements. That is called the motion study. In simple words, the activities that you are doing in a work is called the motion study. Hello? Is it clear?
Yes, clear, sir.
Very good. Now, how much time that you will take is called the time study. Very simple. Now, in the work study, what are the two things? What are the two things? Keep this. Tell me these two headings. Under the work study, what are the two things you will study?
Time study, motion study.
No, under that is work measurement. What is the main heading that we are studying here? Work study. Work study is, again, I'm telling, work study is divided into, say, if you forget everything, just remember this slide so that easily can understand. See, for every topic, this is the thing. Work study is divided in two things. One is method study. Second one is
work measurement.
Measurement. Under work measurement, two things we will study. What is time? Second one is
Motion study.
Time is the completion of the time. Motion means what? What is the one line answer? Activities. Wonderful, right? This is about the work study. I think we finished the things. Okay. The methods for the work measurement, time, these are different things. In order to understand the work measurement, time study is one method. That name itself is the time synthesis method. PMTS, predetermined motion study, work sampling, and analytical estimation. Okay, this is about the work study. Okay, is this clear to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think shall we stop here?
Okay, sir.
Okay, right. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome, Surya. Thank you, Marti. Marti, today you didn't speak anything?
No, I joined late because of some.
Achha. Okay.
Thanks.
Right. We'll stop here then. Okay. Bye bye. Have a nice day to everybody.